the further month, suddenly, after a year, one day, I told this story to a person, a friend of mine that I worked with him. And he said, listen, you have to see somebody which is a Mekubal. Mekubal is like a person that knows a lot of knowledge in Bible.
A Kabbalist. A Kabbalist.
And he took me to a place in Tel Aviv. And I didn't believe, not in God, I didn't believe in Mekubalist, I didn't believe in all of these things. We parked the car and we were looking for this man. After we asked many people, they show up on this building where our car were parking by. We went up the stairs, it was a metal stairs. We went out, we went up to this apartment, and suddenly people came out of there, they're all religious. And then it came up our turn to go in. The moment I went in, I saw the same person which I saw 1.5 years before with 3 candles. His name was Rabbi Fish.
Rabbi Fish.
He was a very big Mekubal, very big Kabbalist. And since then, I started to become religious. I started to study Bible, I went to Tzfat. I started on Tzfat. I left everything, I went to Tzfat, I started to study in a yeshiva. Then from Tzfat I went to the state. In the state I went to 770, which is the place of Rabbi the Menachem Schneerson from Lubavitch, the Lubavitcher Rebbe. So we went there, and since then everything is true.
And everything is now okay, you're not broke now, you're okay.
I'm the investor of the Bitcoin. How can I be broke? I'm a millionaire, man!
Startup Nation. You speak English very well.
Because I live in the state.
How many years?
Before I became a soldier in the army, I was there for 2.5 years. And after the army, when I started to become a Baal Tshuva, and I went to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, I stayed for 3.5 years in the state. And we study English in school.
Okay.
School, so our English, most of the Israelis speaks English quite well.
And you are now still religious? Now you are still religious?
And
Are you now still religious?
I have a rabbi education.
Okay.
I have, I don't know how you call it in English, but in Hebrew it says Smichat Chachamim. I'm well known by the Sanhedrin of Israel. And you can check out on my Facebook.
He's qualified, the rabbi is qualified.
My name is Adam Huber.
Adam
Huber.
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 It's a German name, no?
It's it's come from German, Romanian, France,
Yes.
from Europe.
Interesting. Tell me, how do you invest in Bitcoin? It goes up and down, Bitcoin.
I invest in virtual coin. My partners, one of them called Iftach Cohen, is an Israeli pilot. He was the one who is standing behind all the how can I call it, technology. And we invested according to the gold value. And the problem that it's going up and down is because not many people respect and believe in it.
Yes. It went like from $50 to $1,000.
We started on 0.16 cent.
Wow.
Now it's 400 and something US dollars.
Bitcoin. Yeah. Amazing.
You have a doubt. So let me prove.
Bitcoins are not subject to the supply and demand decides their value.
No, No.
But
They're
I
not-
want
they're
to
not-
prove you
You
because
can't devalue Bitcoin.
למה לא? I want to show you something.
Yes.
You know what this is?
No.
Veins, right? Veins,
Veins.
you go. You have a pen?
Very guy. He's a superstar. Look at him.
I want to show you something.
Looks like $1,000,000. Bird.
Look at my veins, sir.
Yeah.
Okay? Look.
Wow.
The hospital is full with Mashayach bin David.
One minute.
Mashayach bin David.
מה? בעברית או באנגלית?
בעברית.
מה זה אדם?
מרן? מרן?
פסיכיאטר. קצת בכל מקום לא נעים.
כן. Mashiach! Messiah!
Hey!
Messiah! This guy is amazing.
And it's not a syndrome.
You are amazing.
Thank you.
Well,
Anyway, I bless all the world with a good ear and sweet ear.
Could you bless him?
no,
And I
don't-
bless
I don't wanna be
everybody.
blessed,
You are blessed already. If you interview me, you are blessed.
Exactly. Okay, well, look, it's been a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure visiting Jerusalem. And
By the way, Emmanuel, that was his name of Jesus. If somebody don't
Yes.
know, my name is Emmanuel. I mean, my Mashiach ben Yosef was Emmanuel. I'm Mashiach ben David, but I'm both of the soul. I'm Emmanuel and Adam. Nice to meet you.
This guy is great. What do you think?
I think
Everything
that solves the problems of the world, really. That's why everybody in Jerusalem is dancing and happy. We were down by the Western Wall, everybody's dancing and happy. Lots of bar mitzvahs, dancing and happy.
Can you now see the difference
And the
between
Chinese wanna
Jerusalem
take
and Tel
over.
Aviv?
Jerusalem, the city's blessed. Everybody's happy. Everybody's dancing. Everybody's making music. Tel Aviv, everybody's depressed. They go out for coffee. They wonder about where they're going to live next. In Jerusalem, they're just happy.
And I tell you why. According to Rashi, Rashi was one of the
The greatest
interpreter
rabbi,
of the Bible. He lived 1,000 and something years ago. According to Rashi, the world have north, south,
South.
east and west, but also up and down. And Jerusalem is the top of the world.
top of the world.
We are on the top of the world, man. The top of the world.
Aren't you afraid of all the Arabs, the Christian, the Muslim, the madness? Aren't you afraid of this?
The Baal Shem Tov used to say that his father told him, don't be afraid of nobody, only afraid of God.
And you feel the
Be
same.
afraid of God. And from him I'm afraid.
You're not worried about suicide bombing, wars, missile, all this.
I'm afraid of God.
Only God.
Only God is the one who is responsible for everything in this world. I feel good because I believe. If you don't believe, you feel bad.
That's why everybody's dancing and happy in Jerusalem.
Are you a believer?
I'm just a filmmaker, okay? I'm here to record the state of Israel today. And the way I see it is Tel Aviv is in Europe, Jerusalem is in the Middle East, it's
Yes.
the center of the world. Everybody's dancing, everybody's happy.
Is it the center of the world here in Jerusalem?
It has to be. I thought it was Greenwich in England, but that's not true anymore, it's Jerusalem. Because nobody's dancing in Greenwich. But the dancing,
I want to ask the poet.
the poet, yes.
Is it the center of the world here?
I'm not the judge to say where is the center of the world. Maybe it's here, maybe it's in Thailand, maybe it's in India. I live in Jerusalem. I used to get used to live in Jerusalem. It's a habit that I have since I was 2 years old. And I'm not the
name is
judgment to
Sasson.
say what is the center of the world.
Okay.
Where is the center of the world is.
According to
Center of the world?
according to the Jewish Bible,
Yes.
It's in England.
on the beginning, God created an island.
That's the best soccer.
Yes.
He create-
David, focus. David.
Maybe it's upstairs.
Yes.
He created heaven,
Yes.
heaven on earth.
Jerusalem.
Yes.
On the time of Babylon, the time of the how you call it, raining time, God took two stars and break him into the land, and that's the time where the land separate from each other.
Yes.
Now, if you take all the lands and you put them all together, you find yourself that you are on an island. This is heaven. People, we live in heaven, but we make it hell.
Exactly. Exactly. In what way is Jerusalem special? In what way is it special here?
Jerusalem is not only the center of the world, it's the top of all the lands. It's on the top of all the lands. And this is the place from where God started to create everything. Everything started from here,
That's the beginning here.
beginning of.
Does that mean it's the beginning and the end?
It's the beginning, it's never the end.
Is there an end?
No end. The end, only God decides when it comes.
Only go this
Every
side.
movie has an ending.
No movie have a end. But our word will exist until the time that God will decide that it's time for
To stop it.
Stop it.
But what comes after that?
According to our belief, we should not think about it. We live here for 70 years. We have like, on our belief, we have like 6,000 years, 7,000 years. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? I don't know what will happen in 1 minute from now.
Prophet said it's a little bit more than 6,000 years the world is exist by Darwin. For about 40 million years, maybe.
But Emmanuel was real. Never forget it. Emmanuel was Messiah ben Yosef. He came from the north, from Nazareth. That's the name, that's the reason. The Christians called Notzrim because they come from Nazareth.
Nazareth.
I'm Messiah ben David, and I know that Mount Zion, the place of kings of David, we all live there.
Behind you, Masech ben David.
This guy is a very serious Messiah.
I'm Masech ben Yosef.
More than Benji. Better than Benji.
You're better than Benji.
Bigger than
I'm
Benji.
Masech ben Yosef.
He's Messiah
He's
Ben
also a big Messiah.
He's Masech ben David, I'm Masech ben Yosef.
You see?
There's two Messiahs.
This is Messiah, son of Joseph.
And we come together. So hold
And
on 1 minute.
Messiah. Take a photo of them.
Masech ben Yosef.
Take a photo
This
of
is
them.
Messiah ben Yosef and Messiah ben David, and we all together bless all the world together.
Be health, be health.
Peace,
Good health.
healthy,
Have good health, both of
sweet
you.
year.
Have good health, both of you. Please, good health. I'm Masech ben Yosef, yes.
That's
I
the
get
reason.
insurance for it. I
Bereshit.
get 2,400 insurance for it. For that I'm in Masech ben Yosef. I
And
get
I'm happy to do this.
social security. He's the David, he's the king, he's the Gibor. He's the fighter.
A great
He's the
Messiah, a
fighter
strong
and I'm
Messiah.
the smoker.
You are the
And I'm the
thinker.
smoker. He's the smoker and I'm the joker.
Smoker Joker. You're a poet. Smoker
He's
Joker.
a
He's a poet.
poet.
He's writing songs and books, whatever.
I write nonsense. Most of the time I write it's nonsense. It's not with the piece of paper that I'm writing the nonsense that got out of my sick mind. Excuse me. It's nonsense. I'm not a poet.
Your
I'm
mind
not
is
a
not
real
sick.
poet.
You are a poet.
I'm not a real poet.
What's a real poet? You are a poet.
I'm a poet. I'm a poet, not a poet.
A boy.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Good health.
Cheers.
Bereshit is the words of Briut.
For
Yeah,
health,
health.
your health.
So everybody should have health, happiness, wealthiness.
Cheers.
זה בריאות.
לא, אבל בראשית,
בראשית זה אותיות בריאות.
בראשית ברא אלוהים.
נכון, אבל האותיות, אתה משתמש באותיות, זה בריאות.
בראשית התברא שיק.
אבל אין לך וו. אין וו.
אני מצליח.
בראשית is created, he created. The mighty God created. That's
Yes.
what is
On the
written in
beginning
Bereshit.
of.
Of
Most
the
of the
world.
interpreters don't say it, but my rabbi, the Baba Sali was my rabbi. He's Eliyahu Navi. Eliah.
Eliah is a prophet.
Eliah was a prophet. I studied from him. On the beginning of, not on the beginning God created, on the beginning of God created.
Did you paraphrase that?
In the beginning, God created everything. Yes, in the
On the
beginning.
beginning of creation, not on the beginning of something, you know? On the beginning of God created heaven and earth.
Okay, this was Genesis said in the first verse of Genesis.
Yeah.
In the beginning, God created this and this.
Yeah.
This
Bereshit
is most
bara.
of the interpretations.
Philosophic,
Like an absolute beginning. In the beginning,
Ah, okay.
God this and this. Brilliant. Very
But
good.
can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Before the beginning, what happened?
You want me to be imagination or you want me to tell
I'm
you?
wondering.
The Spirit of God went under the water.
The water.
I don't know how to say it in English, but in English said the Mapatz HaGadol. Before the creation was the Mapatz HaGadol.
God,
And no
The
one
big-
knows
the
how
Big
to
Bang.
explain it.
Spirit of God
I don't know how to say it in English.
The
going
big,
around
the Big Bang.
on the water.
Yes, that's the beginning of the God.
Before the
Yes.
Big
That's the
Bang.
beginning of God.
Before the
He
Big
created
Bang.
himself, God. God
The
created
Spirit
himself.
of God. was like-
He wasn't definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, never mind.
So, God. Say I'm God.
Welcome.
Just
Nice
call
to
me
meet-
God.
We're all parts of God.
Because apparently God looks like us.
Oh, 1 minute. Time, you know what's time? Time,
Yes.
it's not money. Time, it's life.
Cost me 27 shekels. What are you talking about?
Don't waste my time. Don't waste my life, you know?
So I'm God.
That's for my rabbi, Bersali.
Okay. And say I'm sitting around and I go, okay. Now, you don't exist because I haven't created you. Okay? I haven't created you. I haven't
What
created
about
the earth. I haven't created the sun, Alpha Centauri. So I'm sitting around, right?
yeah, I'm thinking.
What am I doing?
No, I'm
Am I floating? Am I playing chess?
Too complex.
Or did I do it more than once?
You're good, right?
Well, I'm just acting the role. I'm an actor. I'm playing God,
Ah, okay.
imagining before you got created.
God creates many words. Many words.
mean,
Before this word
I-
became, he created, according to the Midrash, according to the fairy tales,
Yeah.
okay, God created many words.
Many parallel
So he
universes.
does it over and over again.
destroyed.
Ah, okay.
Because he didn't see that this word can exist. Now, you part of God. Your imagination, you make your imagination come true by creation.
I didn't understand nothing.
But before the beginning, in other words, it's a recycled package. So it sounds like Hinduism. He creates the earth, destroys the earth. Next, what happens? It just goes over and over again?
We create many, many words. That's the reason we don't know if aliens is just a dream or it's true. Because God created everything. He can create aliens as well. Some people see aliens.
Anyway.
I can tell them it's not true. They see aliens.
Okay, here's the next question. Why Jerusalem? Why Jerusalem? Why not Paris?
Jerusalem
London? Why
is a name of peace. Shalom. Yerushalayim. Jerusalem is the
There's
word of
nothing to
peace.
see. I'm
Shalom.
not missing nothing.
Peace.
Believe me. You're not missing nothing. There's nothing to
Yerushalayim,
see.
it's like
Everything is repeated himself. You're not missing nothing. There's nothing to see interesting. It's boring word. You're not missing nothing. Believe me.
I saw this movie before, believe me. I'm serious.
Really?
I saw this association before.
The most important thing is to hear music and
They don't
music
see,
and music.
but they see
There's
better
nothing
than
to
us.
see except music.
They are blind. You see the sticks?
Yeah.
But
You're
they
not
see better
missing
than us.
nothing. It's boring.
No, they
The
have.
humanity, the
Some
human
people,
nature is
even
boring.
if they're
Visuality.
They see everything.
It's very boring visuality.
They have more-
You're not
more-
missing
they're
nothing.
feeling.
Don't be brave. Don't worry. Be
He's a
happy.
very nice man.
This man.
Very nice.
You're all very. You guys are all very.
Yeah.
But you're quiet.
Danny is
Daniel's very
is a
quiet. Why are you quiet?
I'm letting Adam speak.
You're letting Adam speak. He sounds like me.
Adam is our speaker.
Really?
Well, we have the poet too.
Poet, yes.
Sheet
Poet.
poet. A poet, not a poet. I'm not a poet. I said I'm a poet.
I want to tell you a
thought when I was
secret.
20, I thought I'm
It's
a
a very, very, very
Now I'm
big secret.
43. I
Even
know
big
that I'm a piece
rabbis
of
don't
shit.
know this
A
secret.
small piece of shit like that. a
What
big,
was
small drake in Hebrew?
the tree
in Yiddish
of
say drake
knowledge?
is shit.
tree
A
of
piece
knowledge.
of shit drake, a small like that
don't know.
drake.
The good and bad.
A little drake.
My
That's what
rabbi,
I am.
the Baba Sali,
Yes.
showed
You know,
me
you can
it was like a clue
crush people.
in Rabbi Shimon Zohar,
I'm crushing you.
the Zohar
Crush
book.
me.
I
He
crush.
told me that on heaven there were like many trees, but there were 4 in the middle of the garden.
Poet.
Viva la Iran.
Apple,
Viva Jerusalem.
pear,
Okay.
peach, and plums.
Yes.
Now, if you take one of them in Gematria, Gematria is a secret way when you take the value, the number, value of the words and you translate it into numbers. If you take a farsek, peach, and you make it the value in value of letters, it's 441. A farsek. Farsek, 441. Aleph is 1 is Aleph, 40 it's Mem, 400 it's Taf. Emet.
Hold that thought. Turn that off for a second.